Good morning. I'm here at the basin, Capitol Lake Basin, and there's Capitol Peak right there. Took me about 2 hours 40 minutes, and my watch says 10.5 kilometers, which seems a little far. Got a nice sunrise. Energy level's feeling good. I got a sandwich to eat. I'm gonna take a little break here before we start going up. Believe we're going up that saddle right there, and then either going up across the ridge or across the snow. I did bring micro spikes because I hear from the trip reports that that is sufficient right now. So pretty excited. Starting my ascent. Great view of Capitol Lake, and the wildflowers are in full bloom. It's pretty awesome. And there's some deer around here as well. So heading up to the saddle. Mr. Deer. Nice deer. That deer got really close to me. Maybe 10 feet away right now. Don't seem to care too much. Little family of deer. Okay, made it up to the saddle. Nice and simple. Got Capitol Peak right there. So now I gotta decide if I'm gonna go the standard route or if I'm gonna go up that trail, up the ridge. Honestly, with the micro spikes, might just stick to the standard route. I think that's what most people have been doing recently. I'll get a look at the ridge and see. So far so good. Feeling really good. Energy's really high. Beautiful day. Weather report I read yesterday said it's supposed to be pretty nice. Extremely beautiful here. Okay, so I can see the footpath down there where I could have gone, but I've kind of stayed up high. I thought I was completely off trail, but I just saw Karen. So I do believe this is the ridge route. It's a little steep, but pretty good traverse across here, and then I imagine we cut up to the ridge. It's been fun so far. All right, here's looking back at the way I went. I pretty much just stayed right at the edge of these cliffs here, crossed down there. Class 3, class 4-ish. Maybe there's a way that goes on top of the ridge, but that looks pretty crazy. And this Karen here tells me that there is a good route here. And it is nice. If you want to avoid all that snow in the valley there, that looks like an easy up and over to K2. All right, made it to the saddle just before K2 right there. Looks like I just climb up it, and then we get to see the rest of the route. I'm gonna stop, and I brought a lot of food with me, so I'm gonna stop and eat. It's been 4 hours and 24 minutes since I started. Still feeling good though. Just gotta keep drinking water, keep eating food. I just checked the weather, and weather report says it's good all the way till 1 p.m. at least, so I got plenty of time. It's only 7:37 right now. I saw a tent down at the camp. I don't know if they're gonna climb, but other than that, looks like I've got the whole mountain to myself. Pretty awesome. All right, top of K2 here. Absolutely gorgeous. So much snow left in the valley. It's crazy. So we got a good view of the rest of the route here. Gonna drop down and pretty much just stay to the left of the ridge, not dropping down too low. And then again, when going up, pretty much stay left. All right. Looks a little intimidating, but fun. And here is the infamous knife edge. Pretty evident that that's it. So you can scooch across it, you can hang to the left, or you can walk across on top. I don't know how comfortable I feel about walking across. I think I'm gonna kind of just stay to the left. Unfortunately, I don't have my head mount, or I was gonna film it, but I forgot it, so oh well. All right, here we are in the middle of the knife edge. It's pretty cool. I ended up kind of crawling on top of this. Just couldn't bring myself to stand up. It's pretty scary, but hanging on the side, it's not so bad. But about at the end of it. All right, made it past the tricky bit, and now kind of cutting up and to the left, and then around up to the top. I just saw two climbers coming down, so I'll stop and say hello. Guess I'm not alone. All right, last little bit here. This last part, there's some good cairns to follow. Can't really, you can see some of the trail, but the cairns lead the way. Probably class 3 plus the rest of the way. Although it is really exposed the entire time, which I'm kind of just enjoying. But last little bit, and then we're there. There was two groups of 2 guys who, I guess, started from the lake this morning. Looks like there's 2. They're about to hit the knife edge again. So not alone, but well, now I am, because they're way ahead of me. Fun. Summit of Capitol. Hell yes. Ooh. A lot of class 4 climbing. I think I actually came up to the ridge a little bit early and kind of ended up scrambling across the ridge. It wasn't bad, just really exposed. I mean, the whole thing's been exposed since K2. Well, even before that, going across that little cliff traverse thing. Well, that feels great. I don't know if I've said this word enough, but fun. Really fun. It is a challenging one. I don't feel like it's actually been the most challenging. I'll have to think about that all the way down. But yeah, my energy level still feels really good. It's been from the trailhead, it's 5 hours and 19 minutes, 14.5 kilometers. So it's gonna definitely be a lot of distance. But since it's just the one peak, as opposed to the crest stones, which was like 2 and a ton of distance, I feel like I'll be able to finish strong. So here we can have a really good look at the other Elk Range mountains. Just still blown away by how much snow is there, considering it's almost August. But yeah, might as well start going down. It's really nice weather. I might hang out here for about 10 minutes or so. Heading down. Got to be careful of these loose rocks. Even the big ones can be loose. But gorgeous view of the lakes. Down we go. All right, back to the ridge. Same thing, just the opposite direction. Nice and easy. Some good, fun, exposed climbing. Good solid holds, at least. Back on the knife edge. Though this time, I'm standing. Whew. It's actually, it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Don't have my head cam, so I'm just holding it in my right hand. Oh yeah, or is that not the knife edge? Oh, shit, that's the knife edge. I don't know. Okay, that previous section was not the knife edge. This is the knife edge. All right, it's not so bad. Woohoo! Whew. Oh yeah. All right. I'd consider that a walk across. Hell yeah. So I decided to head down the snowfield here. Oh, I got some people behind me. Micro spikes. I have them on, but you know, they help a little. Only a little. Okay, back at the saddle. Micro spikes and poles. Definitely recommended for the snow part. Probably don't need crampons. Nice axe. If you just want to avoid the snow, stay up high and to the right, which is fine as well. So we're back here. Still got a ways to go, but the difficult terrain is over. Really happy. this steep part here, it's pretty much just nice gradual descent for about 6.5 miles or so. So yeah, fun. All right, I'm back down to where I took my break before. So I think I left here at about 3 hours in, and so it took me about 4.5 hours from this spot here to the peak and back. So not too bad. Stopped and talked to those guys I passed along the way for a little bit. I am going to stop here and have another little break, finish my sandwich, maybe eat another bar, and then long trek back to the car. All right, just got across this creek, took off my boots. A little painful on the bottom of the feet, but it'll be nice to have dry feet the rest of the way back. I tried this morning to try to find a better spot to climb, but I didn't see any. I ended up going way upstream and just had to take my boots off anyway. So if you want to do the ditch trail or the upper trail, then I have to cross this creek, which means we're almost there. Maybe 5 more kilometers. All right, I've made it back. There's Capitol in the distance there. There it is, behind the trees. It's quite the journey. It's took me 9 hours and 52 minutes. One of a few 10-hour days I've had. This one, you know, I only had the one mountain to climb, so it wasn't too bad. And you stayed on the ditch trail, which cuts off a bunch of elevation gain as well. So a lot of flat moving, so it wasn't too bad at all. Really enjoyed Capitol. I'm really happy to be done with it as well. And yeah, I mean, I guess if I were to compare it to like Little Bear, which is also deemed as one very difficult one, you know, if you grade something based off of the crux, then Little Bear would be harder, because the crux move on Little Bear is kind of like a V1, maybe V0 plus or something, bouldering problem. Whereas Capitol didn't have anything really that technical. It was just exposed. Like as soon as you got to the knife edge, you're pretty much just exposed, feeling the exposure the whole way up. Luckily for me, I've been climbing a bunch of exposed mountains and kind of get used to it. Doesn't really bother me too much now. I can focus completely on my climbing, which has been good. So time to pack up my tent, and I think I'm not sure which one I'm going to do next, but I'm thinking maybe Snowmass. I'll have to get to some internet and do some research. Goodbye.